the weeds, if he gives them the opportunity, in 1 week, they're going to take over and run with it. Well, let me get you updated what's going on in my garden here. We're going just to hang out and take it easy in the shade. Well, I was sick last week and a half, and finally we have the diagnosis. I'm recovering from Lyme disease. So I'm looking at it in a positive way, you know. Thank you, Lord, we do have antibiotics to take care of it. So hopefully we got my disease early, and I am going to be fully recovered in 21 days. 20 days. So as a result, I have to take it easy and stay out of the sun, but I'm feeling much better. So we are going just to hang out with you today. Deadhead the roses, feed the roses. I will show you why we have to deadhead the roses, right? Because some people leave the hips on and they want the roses to bloom. There's a lot to do in the garden, but I'm going to say, you know what, Olga, take it easy. Garden can live without you for a week or two. And looks like we're expecting to have rain here and there. I don't need to be watering. We are just through a huge heat wave. Literally, all the plants needed to be watered. My husband stayed on top of watering, thank you. And we let our lawn grow for the whole week. We didn't cut it. That's the best thing what you can do for the lawn when the heat wave is coming. And our lawn marvelously took it. Only yesterday my husband did the cutting. And right now the temperature approaching 80s. A little bit warm, but it's tolerable. And we had rain, so garden looks good. And I'm happy to be alive and in the garden. Olga Carmody with you, Master Gardener from Connecticut. Let's hang out in my garden today. In the morning, I weeded this area here between the stones. Let me show you how nice it looks now here. So all the time, it's actually blooming now, ready to bloom. You see little pink blooms right there? I don't expect a big show here since sun is not 6 hours here, but look at verbena. It's Verbena bonariensis, a very tall and nice variety. I just left it here. It self-seeded itself, so rabbits are not eating it. And why not, right? It's going to be an airy presence here. So look at all those white little wood chips in the middle of my stones. I just weeded it all nicely out. And I was thinking, where are those wood chips coming from? And look at this, there is a woodpecker making a nest right on top. Let me see if I can get it. Right there, you see? He's busy making nest, sending all the, oh, here comes the wood chips down my way. So we will have a woodpecker family living here. And he's so busy, half of the morning he's digging that hole already there. Here he is. Ah. Funny fellow. I will be very happy to see him. All right, but back to the wood chips falling down. It's kind of cute. So yes, so I weeded it all out here. Garden is progressing here so well. I love this area here. Sun is behind the clouds. I'm letting all my strawberries populate this area. Eventually we'll take all the boxwoods out and the gooseberries and sedums and whatnots, and maybe leave chives here and all the strawberries. They are right now sending new shoots happily and colonizing all this area, which is very nice. All right, but let's look at our rose here. This rose had a new life here because of the extra sun here, created a lot of hips, and this is delayed approach to deadheading rose. It should have been done maybe a week ago. Well, I couldn't do it, so it's better late than never. I'm going to do all the deadheading today. Sun is out, and I will fertilize this rose. And you know what? I understand why there is this stiff rule going through all the books. You have to deadhead to the first leaf with 5 leaflets. There are so many rose varieties, and all majority of them are just different from each other. So this rule just fits it all. Easy to explain, but it's not really true to deadhead to 5 leaflets. You deadhead where is needed. Usually when the stem has 3 leaflet leaf, it is too weak to support next blooms. That's why. But usually what I do, I just shape the plant and cut wherever is needed to be cut. Okay, this is all sterilized and we are ready to do the trimming. If we want to have more blooms from our rose, we need to deadhead it after this first beautiful flush of blooms. And I usually cut it to near the leaf because it doesn't look bad, you know, we don't have that stump. And I cut wherever is needed. For example, here we have the swing here. Oh my, there are some dead leaves here. So I cut sometimes to the first 5 leaflet leaf. But for example here, look at this long one. I'm not going to keep it so long. So I'm going to cut it here. And general cleaning is needed for this rose. Look at this, why it is important to do the deadheading right away after rose finishes blooming. It took 1 week for a generous gardener to finish blooming, and I didn't do anything for 1 week, and look how quickly generous gardener started making hips, using enormous amount of energy to create these hips, and they are fattening so fast. So now I took it off, and instead of rose pumping energy into this, rose is going to create new blooms, and we will hopefully have a good second flush of blooms. And by the way, last year I didn't deadhead this rose and it did not bloom. So in a lot of cases, if we don't deadhead, rose is not willing to create second flush of blooms for us. Okay, fish fertilizer for perennials, roses, vines and berries, 3 tablespoons. Oh, I just do a little blob and that's the end of that. Before applying fish emulsion, I'm going to do rose tone around the roots of this rose, and this is tight here. So I'm just going to work it into the top level of the soil. And then fish emulsion will go in. I probably will do one more can of water. My Katrina rose is almost finishing its blooms. And you know what I appreciate with this rose? That it keeps blooms for such a long time. So it's kind of nice that we can enjoy it here. But soon the petals are going to stop dropping. And I'm going to go in, maybe tomorrow, and give a nice deadheading of all the blooms to this rose. Because for me, last year, Katrina bloomed only once. But I know that southern gardeners tell me that Katrina reblooms. So I'm curious to see what this year this rose will do. Will it rebloom, or this is the only bloom for me in zone 7? We will see. Also, black spot is settling in here. I have to do something about it. Come in, clean it well, maybe spray it with neem oil and see what Katrina does. 2 more annuals I want to show you in the back, at the back patio. The first one is this daisy-like. It's called Brachyscom, I believe. It's an annual, and look at this. I raised it from seeds. Very soft, feathery leaves. It looks so gentle. And there are 2 types, you see. One is darker and one is brighter. And the seeds germinated very well. It was the 2nd year package, meaning I bought it in 2023. So it germinated well, and I have it on my patio right here. And the second one is called Sivilla. This is an annual, and here it is growing very wide. I'm surprised by the size of it, the growing habit of it. It's not really trailing, although I suspect it will be trailing. It's called Sivilla, Scampy Blue. The first time I'm growing is this annual. Very strong grower, a little bit heat sensitive, so you can't really leave it without water for a long time. But look at this. Nice spreading habit. A little bit out of space here because we are constantly touching it here, going in and out of the house. So maybe I will end up moving it here. And look at the verbena. Nice color here in the corner, right? Oh, let me tell you, it's good to sit and just be. My dear gardeners, have a lovely day. I will see you around in our next video, and happy gardening as always.